Hello everyone, welcome back to the official platform of Commerce by Bushra. Now recently जैसे UGC NET दिसंबर 2025 के रिजल्ट्स हमारे पास में आउट हुए हैं। आज हमारे साथ में साई हैं जिन्होंने UGC NET क्वालिफाई किया है। सबसे पहले तो साई, वेलकम टू द प्लेटफॉर्म एंड मेनी कंग्रेचुलेशंस ऑन क्वालिफाइंग दिस एग्जामिनेशन, जो कि सिर्फ 6% एस्पिरेंट्स ही क्वालिफाई करते हैं।
Yes, thank you so much, Bushra. Good evening, ma'am, and good evening to all the viewers. So my name is Sai Gopal. I'm from Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. So yes, I was preparing for NET since last year. So I gave the exam first attempt in June last year. My score was 204 with a percentile of 98.44. I remember something around that. Next, I wrote in December. This time the percentile is 98.66. So just a marginally 0.2% increase. The score this time I scored 196 out of 300. This time I found the paper a little tougher with a lot of these reasoning assertion questions this time compared to last time we had a lot of these match the following questions.
So Sai, जैसे जून में क्वालिफाई नहीं हुआ, but December में you qualified. So what different?
No, December, June में I qualified.
You did do?
No, June also I qualified.
June also you qualified. Okay, so still इस बार अगर marks
yeah, June
like
I scored.
A lot of students are like giving their second attempt या third attempt. So any aspirant जो कि second या third attempt दे रहा है, तो क्या changes आपने अपनी ऐसी strategy के अंदर किए कि you have improved your score this time?
Okay, so firstly, like I started my classes last year for June attempt in the month of May. That's just 1 month before the exams. Okay, so I could not do paper 1 classes at all. But because my background is such, I could manage a bit of maths and English. But I had confidence in paper 2. The subjects that I was left out on was economics, human resource management, and a bit of marketing. So for that, I took your classes in a rush that time in May and June, and then I wrote the exam. So yes, I qualified in June with 204 score and 98.44 percentile. In July, I sat down again. Till the results were not out yet. But because I had that regret that my paper could have gone well if I had prepared properly, sincerely. So I had taken paper 1 classes as well in the month of July. December, I got some time to study. And this time with paper 1 and paper 2, both the preparation, I qualified with a 98.66 percentile.
Okay, so balance of paper 1 and paper 2.
Paper 2, yeah.
So how much time did you dedicate for paper number 1, yeah, paper number 2, or what would you suggest if a student is appearing for June 2026 examination, तो उसको paper 1 या paper 2 को कैसे balance out करना चाहिए?
Okay, so first, because I would like to say is like, first of all, when you're sitting for this exam, you need to identify your strengths and weaknesses. So because I was from an accounting background, so I had to focus more on economics, human resources, and marketing. So I had used your class notes entirely. That was the only thing. That was my Bible, I can say. And I used to read them. And for again, paper 1 also, I used the class notes entirely and I was reading them. So daily, what I used to do is that, see, paper 1, it's more of, rote learning. Like you can't, what do I say? For example, you have to memorize the international financial institutions and the year. So there's no particular concept as such involved. So what you do is that you just read them once in the night and then in the next day morning, you try to recall before starting a preparation again. So that I used to do. So same for environment or such. Then what else you have? You have this in higher institutions, I think the topic is in which you have all these Vedas, no, Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, and all those Vedas kind of thing. In education, it comes somewhere. I'm not exactly learning. Okay, so for that also, I used to do this particular aspect only, but I used to take it one at a time. So it's not like entirely I'll do paper 1 one day. One day it's only paper 1 of this particular institute. Okay, then I used to come for paper 1 on these learning institutions, then environment, and then I used to go on. I used to target one day at a time, and that's how I pulled it off. Right.
Okay, and like, so how did you manage revising such a vast syllabus? Because paper 1 तो ठीक है, but paper 2 में अगर हम देखें तो we are having 14 subjects, like anything and everything is included in commerce. So how did you manage to revise it?
Yes. So first of all is that I prepared notes for, class notes only, and I was also referring your study material as well in between. And I prepared my own notes, condensed it around 200 to 250 pages for law and everything, and auditing. And I used to keep revising them. Last day before the exam also, I just went through those notes. It's just basically note preparation, ma'am. And PYQs, if you, I remember still, I'm sure you would also remember before the exam, you were conducting these late night PYQ sessions on YouTube, yes. Right? And where you used to solve around 50 questions. So I was there participating and I was also, right? So those PYQs also helped me a lot. So that was whichever question which felt like it was out of topic or I'm hearing it for the first time, I used to immediately make a note of it in my rough notes. So that also helped me a lot.
Okay, so as you mentioned, you were attending the PYQ sessions which we were having on YouTube, and you were also referring to my study material, like whatever the notes I was providing. So did you feel that they were helpful? Like you saw some questions or concepts in the examination from them?
Okay, yeah. Yes, definitely. You can say matching. Concepts wise, yes. Questions wise, I'm not sure exactly. I mean, definitely not 100%, but yeah, you can say 90 to 80 to 90%. Yes. See, once your concepts are clear, then what is the point in questions and all? Your concept is your base, right? So suppose it's like marginal costing. So once you know the concept, after that, any sum on marginal costing, whether it's sales minus variable cost, contribution minus fixed cost profit, any sum, you have to have the concept right. Then after that, the sums will automatically flow in the exam. That's how it went.
True.
So
So how
yes,
many
so
PYQs did you solve? In
it
my
might
classes,
it
so
worked for
I
me
referred
because
from 2019 to 2025. I solved all the PYQs
yes.
in those last
Okay.
few sessions.
So that's my preparation. See, I hardly had any time. I had only the night time which you were on YouTube. That I used to listen to your classes, make my notes, and that I used to study. Okay, it worked for me, but I'm not sure it might work for other graduates who are from MCOM or BCom fourth year students, because I come from a different background as such. My preparation wise, for me, it is a bit different compared to others. If you otherwise also see, I'm not uh, taking the credit away. My economics, human resources, and marketing are weak, and I could not improve it to that level as other JRF qualified candidates are, and it's completely acceptable. So I'm okay with it. Yes, I know that it's my weak area. I might not be able to attempt all the questions in that particular area, but yes, whatever I had, I could do manage in my strength.
Okay, so Sai, like let's say for example, there is a student preparing for June 2026 examination, or any other upcoming attempt, and this is his or her first attempt. So, what suggestion would you give if an aspirant is starting for UGC NET, how to proceed based upon your experience?
Okay, so now you have 4 months in hand. Okay, I would suggest first finish off your classes as soon as possible. That's the first and foremost thing. That okay, we say नहीं last के 4 महीने में कर लेंगे. नहीं, पहले जितना जल्दी हो सके आप classes खत्म कर लो. Okay, after that it's entirely self learning. आपके किताबें और आप बस that's it, and no connection with the outside world. Okay, I wouldn't say leave social media and all that. Even I didn't leave social media, and I'm still following the cricket World Cup that's going on right now. Okay, and it's natural. Like you're teenagers, right? I mean, just you have completed your teenage, young 20, 25-year-old kid. Okay, so you want to enjoy, you want to follow the World Cup. It's fine, but the only thing is that don't lose track of your goal. Complete your classes as soon as possible. Okay, don't push it till the last minute, last 1 month or 2 months. At least